Hello, what is your name?
My name is Quan.
And what do you do in your profession?
I am a pediatric surgeon, specialized in cardiothoracic.
And what college did you attend?
Texas Christian University.
And what degrees do you have?
I'm actually a double major in biology and nursing.
And how was your undergraduate education helpful in what you do now?
With my undergraduate, it let me focus on my education a lot more than I did in high school. Because when I was in high school, I was focusing more into sports than into education. But with my undergraduate, there was no sports involved. I was never involved in sports. I was just focused everything on education. It got my mindset ready for the long course what I was going to be in.
And what advice do you give to people who want to attend medical school in the future?
Work hard for it, study, and you might not sleep a lot, but sleep as much as you can. It will help a lot.
Did you prefer studying in groups or by yourself for your classes?
For homework, I would prefer doing it in groups because you can go off each other. But for tests, I prefer doing it by myself because I can focus more and I know my weaknesses and stuff like that. I can focus more on what I need to focus on.
And what was your motivation to become who you are?
My motivation first was my uncle who passed away about 10 years ago of cancer. I was there when he passed away. I was helpless. I couldn't do anything for him. It gave me the mindset of when I grow up, I want to help people who cannot do anything or have given up already. And I would be there for them, help them. Also, couple years, about 2 or 3 years ago, I have a little girl who came in for a cardio checkup. She needed a heart transplant, and we just became really close friends during my residency 2 or 3 years ago, and she needed a heart transplant, like I said, and her heart came in. It was my very first time doing this type of procedure, and I just grew to love this heart thing.
And who are your biggest inspirators?
Inspirator, my dad. He taught me everything I had to know growing up. He came over here with nothing, taught me how to do everything basically in this world. He taught me to focus in school, never be sidetracked of anything. Second would be my high school professor for biology. She taught me to love biology, stuff like that. Taught me how to study good and also show me all my studying skills and stuff like that. And then third one would probably be my mom. She's always on my side, always gave me encouragement. Every time I have a hard moment in college, I would give her a call. She was just settle me down and got me riled up and stuff like that.
And what other fields did you consider before going to this one?
Before I chose cardio, I was a handful of things I chose before cardio. Oncology was cancer. It's basically cancer, study of cancer. What was it? Ophthalmology. It's the eyes. I was always fascinated with the eyes for some reason. And then neurology, just something about the brain. But then I always fell in love with cardio at the end.
So you always considered medical stuff?
Medical
so you
stuff.
never branch out of that?
No, I never did.
No, really?
Not really.
And how long have you been working in your career and job?
Well, I started doing what I'm doing for residency. It's been 4 years now. Just going back and forth from each department, from cardio to neurology to OBGYN, OBGYN, all of that stuff, which is fun. It was a fun experience for me.
And are you happy doing what you're doing now?
Yeah, I'm really happy. From from where I started to now, I see all the improvement I have made, and I'm excited to see how more I can grow later on.
And what are your hardest obstacles so far?
Getting to medical school was the hardest thing ever. I spent to study for that test to get into medical school, I took 2 years to get to prepare myself for that test. That's all my professor in college said.
Was it MCAT?
The MCAT.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That MCAT is super hard.
Yeah. I would know.
It took me 2 years to prepare for that thing.
Dang. And did you apply more than once, or?
For medical school?
Yeah.
I applied once.
Oh, just once?
Just once.
Oh wow, that's so cool. Because I know some people who had to try after. Oh wow, that is so inspirational.
Yeah. I got one try. Usually, if I try once and I'm getting, that's it. I'm not gonna try again.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And what school did you end up going to?
UT Southwestern.
Oh wow, that's really good. And was it 4 years there?
It's 4 years there, and then career with my residency, it just goes there as well.
So where do you work right now?
I am currently at Cook's Children's Medical.
Oh, I did not know that either. That's so cool.
I do Cook's Children's, also MCA Medical Center of Arlington, and Women's Center. That's one of my places too.
And throughout college, what were your obstacles in college before deciding to do the medical school?
For college was studying.
Oh, just study.
I never liked to study, but then I taught myself really hard to have a photographic memory.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's possible?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to train your brain so hard for it though.
Oh,
but now
wow.
I have a photographic memory, so I just read one 3 times max, and I just memorize already.
I wish. That'd be cool.
It was a really hard thing to do though. I got a hang of it after my 3 years into college. I got a hang of it. It helps me study so much better.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dang. And how was your social life ever impacted if you studied too much and stuff like that, or
no.
what did you balance
For me,
it
it
out?
was from Monday to Friday, it's all school. Then I got one day to do whatever I want to do, was just Saturday. Saturday is my only day where I just do whatever I want to do. Then Sunday is my relaxed day. I don't do that. I just stay in the house, just lay in my bed, just watch TV or do what I want to do. But it's just relax.
Yeah.
And then the whole process again.
Oh wow.
It still go on to this day. I still do the same thing.
Yeah. And what clubs or organizations did you join
Clubs
during
or
college?
College?
Or if you did join?
I wasn't in any much clubs.
Oh really?
Yeah. I did not really, no clubs.
Oh, no clubs.
No clubs,
yeah.
no clubs.
I couldn't find what I want to join either. So far, I'm I don't know what to join. So.
I had a chance to go UTA because I went to school in Arlington District. So all my friends went to UTA. I was the one who went to TCU. I just wanted, the reason I did that was to branch away from all my friends and just focus more on education, not have a social life no more.
Oh,
basically.
Dang.
I sacrificed my social life for an education, basically what I did.
So whenever you went through your field, were your teachers in college really helpful in helping you out?
I say somewhat. They gave me the steps to do it, but they never gave me the push. The person who helped me the most to give me that push to do what I was doing was my doctor. Because me and him have a close relationship. Once I told him that I want to be in the medical field, I learned from him. He showed me all the necessary process to get through all the steps to do you sign up for MCAT, all that stuff. He helped me tutor. He tutored me on the MCAT stuff, question stuff. I would read through questions. I would circle the one that I have questions hard on. He would help me understand each question and break it down for me. He was the one that would push me to do what I was supposed to do and give me motivation.
And did anyone else in your family went to medical school as well?
No.
Oh, you're
I'm the only one who actually went to college. As the first one to go to college.
Generation?
Yeah, first generation.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And do you have siblings?
I have 2 younger brothers.
And do they want to do the same thing? Do you know?
My middle brother doesn't, but my youngest brother, yes. He wants to go to the medical field as well.
Oh, you're inspirational.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it was really hard because both my parents didn't graduate from high school, so
Oh.
they didn't really help me with the process of graduating or getting to college or anything. So it was just all me.
And did your parents ever like pressure you into this field, or did you just like it yourself?
At first, they pressured me a lot.
Oh, at first.
It was like medical field or nothing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So at first, I was like, no, I'm not gonna let them tell me what to do no more because this is my future, not theirs. At first, but then I don't know what happened. I just loved biology so much that
Yeah.
it got me into biology.
And this is for my biology class. So what part? Okay, it's like we're in Bio 311C, which is like the very introductional biology, which is pretty easy.
Yeah.
But like, which part do you think was hardest for you in like the very general biology class? Because we have our finals coming up soon, and so people are kind of stressed out about studying and stuff, which is, but like, what was the hardest part for you?
Hardest part of biology?
Yeah, probably nothing. But like, if you had to choose between, if you had to, which one would it be?
That's a hard one. The question itself was hard. I guess learning about the cells.
Oh.
The cells.
Yeah, that was a little boring for me too.
There's nothing really much entertaining about learning about that. That's just, usually if I'm not into it, then I'll get bored easily and just lose his focus on it.
Did you ever consider other colleges besides TCU?
When I got accepted to TCU, yes, but because I got other offers besides TCU. In high school, I got 2 more scholarships because of my football program. I got Houston University of Houston, and then University of Texas at San Antonio. Those 2 schools also offered me a scholarship for my football. But in high school, my senior year, I messed up my knee real bad, and the doctors said I couldn't play football no more. And from that moment, Houston and San Antonio withdrew my athletic scholarship, but TCU was the only school that still gave me that scholarship no matter what, or because of my knee. But I also applied for UTA, SMU, and all the nearby schools as well. And before my knee injury, I went to TCU for a campus visit, and I just loved that school from the get-go. I love what they mean, what they stand for, and all that stuff. So I guess, no, I never considered any other school besides that school.
And was a factor of staying close a matter to you a lot? To home?
No, not really. I told my parents, wherever school I go to, like I will always keep in contact with them, because I know how Asian families are. They want to keep you as close as possible. But I told them that this is just for my education. I want to do what's best for me, and I'm gonna be an adult now. I have to get going. But TCU they just got lucky and got me close.
And how long have you been working at Cook Children's?
I've been working at Cook Children's so far to this day. Will be 2.5 years. 2.5 years right now.
And can you describe any memorable days that you've had at work, like your first day maybe, or any other days?
My first day was horrible. Yeah. They got me doing scut work, which is basically doing all the dirty work and all of that. Basically changing bed liners, changing diapers for babies, kids, and stuff like that, and doing blood work and all that stuff. And then my favorite memory from working at Cook Children's was doing my first heart transplant, and that was basically a game changer for me because from that moment I knew what I want to be. I want to be doing hearts, cardio, working with kids and stuff like that.
And what would be your backup plan if you weren't going to medical school?
If I never got like I say from the question you asked me, if I never got accepted the first time I applied for medical school, if I get accepted, I would consider being a football coach, high school football coach. Yeah, I just love the game of football so much that I would coach kids again.
And were there other sports that you were involved in or liked?
Throughout high school, I was in football, basketball, baseball, and
Oh,
wrestling.
very athletic.
Yeah, I did all of that, and yeah. But my thing was just football. That's one thing I was good at.
And so were you as academically driven in high school as college?
No, I was a horrible student in high school.
Aw.
I never focused on my education in high school. Like I did enough just to pass, but I never overachieved like I did in high school, like in college. As in college, to be in the biology field, in the medical field, there's a certain grade point you have to be at, 3.5 or higher. Yeah. And in high school, all you have to just get a C to pass, right? 70 or higher. So I was always like, throughout my high school, I was always a C student. Just got me by.
So in high school, you never thought of doing medical school? Like when you were in high school? Or did you have that thought as well?
I had I know, it never occurred to me about doing any medical field or anything until senior year. I remember that it was the month of February in my senior year, which is 2011, February 2011. That's when I found out that I wouldn't be able to football no more. So scratch all the NFL dreams all the way and have to be realistic now. Like I didn't find me a job where I can make good pay, enjoy what I'm doing, and go for it. So I've always been a fan of biology, and I did my research on the medical field way before I was interested in football. Like, as I know from my family, told me, like, doctors, they get good pay, you have a happy life. When they told me that, I did more research on it. And I said, yeah, they make good money, and I know it's going to be hard to get there, but I did my research on it, and yeah.
So you're basically a pediatric surgeon?
Yeah, pediatric surgeon. Do surgery on kids, and I just love it.
So you like working with kids?
I like working with kids.
Oh, no. I don't think I can do that.
I tried my hands at adults, like with real adults, and something's different with kids and adults.
So in the future, when you have like a family of your own, or if you have a family, do you have one?
No.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay, well, when you do have a family of your own, would you ever encourage them to do this, like the medical field, or would you let them just branch out and do whatever they want?
I'm not gonna control their life, how my parents were.
Yeah.
But I'll let them find what they love, like what they like to do. I'll help them research on it and tell them like all their steps. But I'm never gonna tell them what to do. Like it's their life now. I'm not gonna control it. They have to do what they have. Like they have to find out what they love to do. Because if you don't love what you're doing, you're never gonna be happy what you're doing.
Exactly. And how would you give advice to people who wants to balance out like studying and also hang out with friends? Like, what advice would you give to them?
Well, for me, my school days is Monday through Friday, so I just stick on that. Monday through Friday, just all school, nothing else. Saturday would be my hangout days. Like I'll go out with friends, go for drinks, and do whatever I want to do. That's just my day to have fun. Sunday would be my day off. Just do nothing. Just relax your brain, relax your body. Just relax. Just sit at home, do nothing. That's my lazy day, basically. I go back to. That's always been my formula from then to now. I still live on that schedule.
If you had to start college all over again, what is one thing you would have changed about like your college life?
College life would be make more friends.
Oh, make more friends.
Make more friends, because when I went to see, I was like all by myself. I was never had.
Because your friends were at most of them were at
UTA. Yeah, all of them St. Arnton. I was just basically me at UTC. I knew no one at TCU who went from my school. Guys were from the same high school with me. Yeah, so it was just me, but I guess with friends, I guess I could like have more like study groups and help me out with more stuff like that, and just carrying the burden by myself.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so before we end this, would you like to share any more advice to all the future medical field students?
Work hard, study hard, because the end result of what you're doing will pay off immediately. You'll see instant results, like it'll be a good payoff and stuff like that. And then it'll be a life lesson for you to, once you accomplish all the stuff you're supposed to accomplish throughout your whole path to the medical school, graduate medical school, and it will pay off immediately. Not with the money, because medical school is expensive.
Yeah.
From what everyone said, it's expensive. But the payoff will be awesome because there's no better feeling than you can get than helping other people.
And like, okay, I do have one question. It's like a personal question,
Go
but
ahead.
like, so I've always wondered, like, if you major in biology, chemistry, or other like psychology, what is the difference between all of that into making it into medical school and stuff like that, and like in applying to medical school?
Well, for me, I don't know about chemistry and I know psychology has their own psychology school that you can go to and branch off of that. I don't know much about chemistry.
Oh,
yeah. But biology is just pre-med is just biology major.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so that is what it is. And then
Well, thank you so much for your time today.
no problem.
I'm sure the people are informed.
Yeah.
I hope they are.
I hope this was
All right.
informative.
All right, thank you so
No problem.
much.